Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Listener Else podcast. I'm Ryan. With me, as always, is Olivia, but today we also have a special guest. It's our friend Emma.
What's up?
Yep.
So what are we talking about today, guys?
Well, first off, I hope you've been practicing your freestyle because, as our special guest, you get to do the episode's freestyle rap.
Absolutely not.
All right, ready? Go.
If you could come up with a consistent beat, then maybe. All right, let's try it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, now try and stay on that rhythm.
I'm
One
gonna
and
add it in
two.
post, so you're gonna have. Normally, you're supposed to do is you provide your own beat and then rap to it.
She can't even provide a stable Bluetooth connection to her AirPods. So you think she's gonna be able to provide her own beat?
There's no such thing as
I
a
also
stable
can't
Bluetooth
provide the
connection.
rap.
Don't worry about that, right? Don't worry about it.
I came completely unprepared.
You could just
You
do
guys
like slam poetry then.
Um, okay. Um, Ryan, having me rap has me crying. um, live. I want to live, but live is here.
Ooh.
I can't do it. I am not eloquent in any way, shape, or form. I see you just invited me on here to embarrass me.
No, we do the rap every episode. The freestyle rap. You know this.
Right, Emma?
Yeah.
You listen to our podcast, right?
Of course.
Because you'd
Of
be
course.
racist
I'm
if you didn't.
a big supporter of your podcast.
What is it called?
Listener else.
Listener
Did you
else
do
what?
Podcast.
Did you do a quick swipe up to where Ryan posted the link?
No.
Okay. A little iffy, but okay.
What's been your favorite segment in the podcast?
Honestly, the one where you and Olivia just talk about that one thing. It's like, it was really, really funny. You guys talked about, it just...
Something specific, right? Oh, what was it?
Yeah,
I think I
it
remember,
was
but what was
quickly
the
that
specific
one
thing
thing,
that we
but
talked about?
it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's just not coming. I'm sorry.
Emma, I know you're lying only because you said that me and Ryan were funny.
Yeah, it's usually just me.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Thanks.
I mean, I laugh whether it's with or at you guys. I still laugh, right? There's something there that's funny.
You realize that if I think that you haven't listened to the podcast and that thusly you are racist, and now that you're on the podcast and I edit the podcast, I could just like censor certain parts of what you say to make it sound like you said something super racist.
Wow. Okay. Well then, you know what? I have it's Ryan.
Whoa. We're gonna have to censor that one out.
Emma, how could you?
Jesus.
Hey, you started it.
Let's try to keep this one anti-racist, okay? As we've always
You
been.
first. Whatever.
Is there anything you wanted to talk about on today's podcast?
This is your podcast. I feel like
Well, you're the guest.
that's not how it works. I don't think. I think
You don't
guests
have
are
like a
brought
book
on to talk
or
about
something? You know, you're not going on tour?
I'm in school.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
taking a class right now. That's fun, right?
Is it? Is it fun?
No. It's
Emma,
not.
I'm gonna need you to hype up the energy. Like, you need to make this podcast entertaining.
You guys came to this podcast, your own podcast, this podcast that you own, and came completely unprepared. How am I supposed
Yeah,
to
you've
come
definitely
up with
not
something
listened to
on
the
dot?
podcast. We've come prepared like twice, maybe. Episodes 1 and 2.
You guys just said, "Hey, can we talk shit but on the air, please?" Is that the whole point of your podcast? Is I want to hang out with my friends, but let's do it live?
No, we're
This
not
is the-
live.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Also, Emma, this is the only way we can actually like schedule you to like hang out with
That's not true. I can hang out other times.
us. I mean, it seems
Yeah.
like you don't want to.
When?
You
Okay,
did
I
it?
have my Discord notifications off. I just don't check.
Okay.
Well, I feel like that's the problem because we're very active. Well, we're semi-active here.
Really? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just scroll through. We have.
We're not active. We pretty much just plugged the podcast here. Marco's active.
Marco, our sweet boy, is very active, and I love him.
Marco said you're not his friend anymore, so.
Okay.
What?
No, Marco's a mere friend. He said he wasn't my stan anymore.
Okay.
But that's fine. I don't need a stan, I just need a friend.
Do we need to talk about your commitment issues, Olivia?
No, I feel like everyone should know about that. Everyone knows about my commitment issues.
That's true. I've been known.
You pig.
Ever
Is
since.
I was gonna say, Emma, is it written in the stars that I have commitment issues?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I wish I could say yes, but you are a triple Cancer, bro. You should be home, like, you should be a homebody, and, well, you are a homebody. But you should want to be domestic. Like, you should.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like our previous
Okay,
episodes,
Aquarius.
submissive and breedable.
Oh, ooh, hold on.
We're bringing it back.
Are
Good
you-
callback.
I liked the term triple cancer. Don't like the term submissive and breedable.
What about
No, thank you.
domestic?
No.
There's nothing wrong with being domestic.
What about urban?
Nellie's domestic. It was Luna.
Nelly and Luna are domesticated.
They are still domestic, no?
It's like
I
that
don't know
Blurred
about
Lines song. He wants to domesticate you, right?
I think that also came up the last time we hung out, was the Blurred Lines song.
Why? I hate that song.
They couldn't make that one in 2020.
Who went through that? Like, who was the editors, the producers on that song? Because That song must have went through so many people, and they said Blurred Lines sounds like a completely unproblematic song that we should release out into the public. I just want to know. I want to talk to those people.
Maybe it should have been more obvious that everyone in the entertainment industry is a sex offender. Or at least
Yeah,
half.
they were really like showing us their hand. They're like, you know who we are now, right? And we went, no.
Hey everybody!
Later.
Check out this cool track about how no means yes maybe.
Oh my
Oh God.
god.
Whatever happened to Robin Thicke? I haven't heard from him lately.
Hopefully he's in
Well, he was
jail.
probably exiled. Yeah.
He's on X Files. What did you say?
Is it exiled?
Oh, X Files.
He's in X Games.
Don't the Olympics start this week or something?
I don't even know if the Olympics know if they're starting this week.
I don't know. I've been the only thing, the only news that I get from the Olympics is from TikTok, and they're like, "Well, look at this person qualified for Olympics." I go, "Yeah, that's so cool. Look at them." And then I quickly scroll by and I forget. I have no idea what anything is.
How many hours a day do you spend on TikTok on average?
I don't know, because sometimes I'll look down. I'm like, okay, so I'll wake up and I'll see that it's light outside, and then I'll be on TikTok for like a little bit, and then it's dark outside. So who knows?
I'm gonna look at my screen time. You should too, just to see.
Screen time?
We should make a TikTok for the podcast.
A TikTok for the podcast?
That's how we
You
blow
know that
up.
takes planning, right? You guys actually have to plan something.
No, we'll just take segments from the podcast and then put slowed down versions of popular songs over it.
Oh, I think Emma should be in charge of that.
No.
Yeah, you're a Zoomer.
Yeah, Emma.
Be our TikTok
so
slave,
young.
Zoomer.
We're so old, we don't know how to handle it.
Figure it out.
Oh, okay.
We could figure it out.
You
Okay.
spent all of your time on TikTok, right?
What's it called? For the entire week from Sunday to Sunday, it was, what is it? Oh, it's only like 3 hours.
A day?
No, from Sunday to Sunday.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Thank you.
My average is an hour a day.
I think I would go on it more. But then like my dog wants to go outside, and then I have to like actually focus on what my dog's doing.
Oh yeah, I don't have a dog. I just have myself. So I just spend all of my time on TikTok.
Next time I'll just leave my dog inside, and I'll just go on TikTok for him. I'll schedule my
Why
time.
are you like containing Luna? I feel like she's old enough to have some freedom, right?
No,
You're her own leash. She can walk herself.
she can't. She's the
done
worst.
it before, right? She's walked so many times.
She has walked, and I think like 3 times she's gotten out of the house and just walked the neighborhood by herself. And all 3 times she's come back by herself. So I guess she is responsible enough to know where she lives.
Exactly. I think that you're not giving her enough credit. You know, I think being a tiger parent is also just as toxic.
She's not a tiger parent. She's a dog parent.
Yeah. I
I'm just saying, Luna's small and needs help.
no. Okay, you are also small and need help sometimes, but you're able to leave your house on your own.
And weak
No, I'm
too.
not. No, no, I'm strong. I'm tall, and I'm.
You broke your wrist pushing me.
I I've broken my wrist like 4 times.
Jesus.
And that's supposed to show me what? That you're strong?
Yeah, I'm a go getter. I'm out there.
Maybe all that praying to God isn't working.
I mean, I'm healed. I'm not dead.
Are you healed or do you still have to wear a brace?
Only when it's cold.
You're like Ben. Ew.
I'm just saying. Look, I just think that scooters, like the Razor scooters, are very dangerous, and everyone should be careful when they're on them. You may break your wrist 4 times. Who knows? Just be careful.
I just want to know how you broke your wrist riding a scooter.
I'd probably break my
Okay.
wrist once and then be like, oh, I should be more careful, and then not do it 3 more times.
No, so I okay. I had an older cousin, and all of his friends were older, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do tricks on our scooters." And I was like, "Oh heck yeah, I'm gonna watch." And they kept falling on this trick on their scooter that they're trying to do. And then I was like, "I got this." Me being 6 years old, I was like, "You 12-year-olds can't do it. I can." And I proceeded to get up and immediately fall, and then I cried all the way home. That's how I broke all my all my wrists multiple times.
One wrist.
Second one, I was going too fast in a rock, and then I just fell, and I tried to catch myself, and that one I fractured. I didn't break. And then other one, going down a hill, I fell into a rose bush, but then I guess I fell on my wrist, so I that one was just painful all over. And what was the fourth one? I think I just like hit a door or something. So be careful on scooters. They tell you to wear a helmet. They don't tell you to like protect your wrist. I was gypped.
You know, I also rode scooters, and I can proudly say that I never broken my wrist.
Well, Emma, you're not as hardcore as I am. I went hard.
Maybe I'm just smarter with
I
my
don't know.
I'm just I'm just scooter smarter.
Scooter smart. I gotta learn some scooter
I don't think we're
smarter.
like, I don't think we're smarter or like more talented or anything. You're just weak and pathetic, Olivia. That's what I think.
No, I was able to do the trick, I think. I don't know, I was young. I don't think
How-
You weren't able to do it if you couldn't land it.
Well, that was that one time. You know I got up and tried to do it again. Who knows if I
fell
landed it?
so badly
Mhm.
that you broke a wrist when your feet should be on the ground, then you did not land it.
Oh, not at that time, no.
I would say if you remember breaking your wrist, but you don't remember whether or not you landed the trick afterwards, then I think the trick got the better of you.
Oh, I'm not saying it didn't. It definitely won. But I think in the end I win because I don't ride the scooter. Now I drive a car. Oh, Ryan.
What?
My friend gave me a subscription to like an astrology app. And so I was looking up our friends' birthdays to see if we like all match compatibility wise. And I looked up mine and yours, Ryan, and it says that we have a 35% I don't know, like friendship thing. It calls our friendship a destructive spasm of feelings.
Okay.
And I feel like, I mean, it says that our friendship is energy consuming, a void of trust and unfulfilled expectation.
That seems familiar from my side of things.
Well, I mean, a Cancer and an Aquarius. Um, Aquarius is a very chaotic. And then we have a Cancer who is emotionally very sensitive, you know? And so you take someone who is chaos and someone who likes their emotions to be just like water, always flowing. You're gonna get even more chaos. You know what even more chaos brings? Destruction.
The
You
Chaos
guys are just
Emerald.
chaos. I
I'm
don't know.
I'm re- I'm reading this, and you're hitting all the marks that they're saying.
That's because they're
Well, I am.
designed to apply to a lot of things, but yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, then why don't you finish it?
What?
Since it's so general, right? It should be easy for you to just fill in the blanks. Like Mad Libs. Go ahead, fill in the blanks, Ryan.
Okay. Something, something, I don't fucking know. I don't write these.
That's what I thought. You said, oh, it could apply to everything, yada, 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 but you don't know what to say.
Okay.
What's general about it? You don't know anything.
Who's more
Stop speaking
chaotic
if you
now,
don't know
huh?
anything, Ryan. I am also a Cancer.
Our friendship is 100%. We're two peas in a pod.
That's cute.
That's weird, because
Which
I thought we were the peas in this pod. Cast.
I but I also, I don't know. I feel like, are we two peas in a pod? We're very different.
Well, it's not just sun sign. Does your app have anything about like rising signs or moon signs or
Let me
anything?
see.
What about,
No.
like,
No? That's a
Ravenclaws?
stupid app and stop using it.
Okay.
If it has
Easy.
only signs, it's not very descriptive, or at least like very accurate in its description. Because we have different rising and moon. So
So,
Uh-oh.
well, we lost her.
Dang. Right as she was getting into the good stuff.
Yeah. Who's chaotic now?
Yes, Emma. I just want to look up people. I
okay,
now I need.
I'm
Oh,
here. I'm back.
Emma, you're back.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, but are you guys picking up what I'm putting down?
No,
No, we didn't hear what you
nothing.
put down. You
Well,
cut out for
yeah,
like
you
30
did.
seconds, so.
Yeah, it was all for a bit.
Damn it. What was the last thing I said?
We were talking about we had different what, suns and moons or something.
Yes, and so the expression of our sun signs are going to be different. So yeah,
Because
that's all.
because like in real life, Emma, it feels like you're like my older sister, which is which is funny because I'm a lot older than you.
Okay, you don't have to say a lot because you're not a lot
Yeah.
older than me. You're older than me by like 2 years.
No.
Time is relative.
Like maybe 3.
No.
Like 4?
Wait, hold on. How old are you again?
22?
Okay, then yeah, like 4 years.
See, only like 4 years.
Only like 4 years.
That's
But
it.
but like but someone younger than me, I'm like, yes, Emma, whatever you want, Emma. You know, like I'm scared of you.
I can't control that. I think that sounds like a you thing. I'm just living my life.
I just want you to know, Emma, that I am 100% scared of you.
Excellent, excellent.
That's a theme of like your coworkers, right? Generally, they're afraid of you.
I wouldn't say they fear me, but I would say that I do create an atmosphere in which it is hard to ask anything of me.
Are they afraid of asking you, or they don't want to ask you because you suck at your job or something?
No, I don't suck at my job. They're afraid of asking because I am like a bomb. I'm very sensitive. Um, I just I don't know how to explain it. It's
You
just when
make
I get upset, I get really quiet and I don't respond. And I feel like the energy that comes off of that is kind of scary.
I like to imagine you're at a job interview and you're telling them this.
What's your best and your worst quality? Well, my worst quality is that when I get angry, I get really quiet. And then, you know, this might not be a quality, but at some point, this quality might make you afraid of me. Just saying. Um, Not
I
something
make
that necessarily will happen, but it could. Um,
just want to let you know I make everyone uneasy around me, but it's fine.
only I feel like I'm a pretty good worker. I just, when I'm angry, I feel like though when everybody's angry, they get like, people get scared to talk to them, right?
No.
Not if they're good at hiding their anger, aka controlling themselves.
No.
That's the thing. I don't scream and I don't like yell or anything when I'm angry. I just get quiet. I feel like that's fairly controlled, no?
I guess.
See, I
No.
don't try. I really don't try to make people afraid of me. But I am a very assertive person. And I don't like it when people take advantage of my work. And so
Well,
I'm not gonna go and do something where I'm like, this is pointless and stupid. I'm not gonna do it.
I just for a little backstory, Emma, you did work with us at Target, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said that you're proud of your work that you did.
I honestly feel like I was a pretty good barista.
Hmm. Hmm.
Alicia told me to leave the dishes in the sink. I don't know what to tell you, all
Oh,
right?
now it's someone
Alicia
else's
told me
fault.
that Cafe does the dishes. I said, okay, sounds good.
And when we cafe said, "Could you please do your dishes?"
It was
you
already
thought,
too
no,
late.
no.
It was too late. It was too late. I had been trained otherwise.
Cafe does
I
the
was
dishes
taught.
because you guys leave them there.
Half of my job was
I don't know
cleaning
what
up.
to do. Like for months before we started like hanging out and stuff, For months, Alicia said, "Don't worry about it. The cafe will do the dishes."
Every
I
day she
had
said, if they tell you to
already
do the dishes, they're lying. Fuck them. Spit on the dishes if you can. Make it as hard as possible.
She's like, just give them give it a little rinse, and don't worry, they'll wash them for you. But
I have a video of Emma washing the dishes. And even then, she didn't wash the dishes. All she did was rinse them out. Like, that's all you did. And you put them in, like, our little sink, but there was no water in it. So then you're like, oh, there's no water. Whatever. And you left. You're so.
Yum.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure I had that all right.
Oh gosh. Oop. Whatever. Anyways, as I was saying before you guys so rudely exposed me, I feel like, I don't know, if once I know the job, if they ask me to do anything different, I get upset. Like, one time Sherry came up to me and was like, "Hey, Emma," this was the morning time too, like, and the Target managers, they didn't know anything about Starbucks. Nothing, mind you. So she came up to me on during a morning shift and was like, "You need to clean," because I wasn't doing anything because it was slow and I had done everything already. And so I look around and I'm like, "Okay, Sherry, what should I clean?" And she was like, because I had already done everything. And she was like, well, you need to wipe down the counters. I'm like, the counters are wiped down. I haven't like made a drink in like an hour, so they're wiped down. And she's like, well, you need to go do the pastry pull. I'm like, okay, number one, Sherry, I'm by myself, so I can't do the pastry pull by myself. Second of all, pastry pulls are done at night. Sherry, please stop spewing the bullshit that you hear. Um, like, you don't know anything about my job. Shut up, leave me alone.
You don't know me.
That manager was a real trip. A lot of times she would tell me things and she was like, don't worry about it. I used to work at a cafe, so I know. And I was like, oh, I don't know if you should be like putting like things that are already defrosted and they don't look great. I don't think we should be putting them in the freezer. And she's like, no, you need to. And so I snuck off and I got the LOD, the boss. I was like, hey, should we be doing this? And they went, no. So I had to run back and take all of what was it, breadsticks, I think it was, that she she like forced me to put them into our freezer. I had to take all of that while still helping the customers, and I got yelled at for that, which
I
was
feel
fun.
like I remember that. Was I there?
Probably.
Were the breadsticks left in a cart next to the door?
Where else would they be, Emma? Would they be put away?
I
No.
remember. Remember when we worked the opening shift together, and like almost every day I would come into Starbucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like finish opening and I'd go and try and find the GSTL for something to like open our register or something. And almost every single day I would open that back door and there would just be a cart of like frozen stuff. And I text you, I'd be like, hey Olivia, yeah, so you just got a shipment. What do you want me to do with it?
Yeah, and I'd be like an hour away from opening, and I go, oh, okay, I haven't even left my house yet. Yeah, they were very weird. They would just leave it in a cart in a hallway, just frozen food. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Just where I wanted it.
Yep, right out in the open too. Like any customer could have taken that money. But
Yeah.
no, it's all good.
No. Leave it there. I think my favorite part of working at Starbucks, or not Starbucks, at Target with you was doing the milk runs.
Aww.
Well, that's because I
Wow.
didn't have to work. I would just escort you to the milk area, then you'd fill up on milks and I escort you back. I had no work to do.
Well, yeah, I just hated doing milk runs by myself. So I would always like be like, "Hey, you guys want to go on milk runs with me?
You're like, are you guys doing anything? I was like, no, I'm not. Please, please, I'm not doing nothing.
You want to help me get some milk?"
And like, I would go ask like any of your coworkers. I was like, hey, are you guys running low on milk? It looks like you're running low on milk. Does anyone need some milk? I'll help you. No worry.
Aww, milk runs. I remember just going to get a cart and walking through the aisles and just grab. And I remember walking because I would like take off my apron and
Yeah.
like my name tag, right? So I didn't look like a Target employee. I was just wearing all black. I would just go and I would fill up the cart with milk. Can you imagine just seeing a young little girl getting like 26 gallons of milk?
A young little girl.
Young little girl.
Like 6 years old, getting all the milk by herself.
All by herself.
Whenever I would have to be out of the Target cafe, I would always leave my apron on because then I have like an excuse. Because if like a customer came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you know where this is? Like what aisle this is at?" And I go, "Oh no, I just work at a cafe," and it was my excuse to like leave me alone. I work here, but do I really? There's like some deniability there.
Well, that was your fault for having to wear khakis and red.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I should have quit. You're right.
You should have just done what Starbucks did and bullied the managers into letting us wear all black.
What
'Cause
manager?
I don't
What
remember.
what manager? We had none. We had no net manager.
You should have just gaslit the GSTLs. I think that's actually what we did. I think Alicia had just left, or like, or no. She was like, she had cut down her hours and stuff. And we had like started wearing all black. I think Alicia was like, it's okay if you wear all black sometimes, but try to like wear khakis
Sometimes.
just as much too. And I was like, okay, cool. So I wore black every day. And then I remember the GSTLs would be like, is that okay? I'm like, yeah, Alicia said so. And then when Alicia quit, like nobody ever questioned it. They were like, okay, yeah, they can wear all black. You just gotta gaslight them. If all of you guys started wearing all black, how would they know? It's just a new uniform.
I used to do a job in the mornings of Target where I would just I would be in the office by myself. No one would see me. I was there before I'm sorry, not the customer. The guests were there. And I was out before the guests were out. And I was still I would wear like a maroon and like just jeans, just regular jeans because no one saw me. And the only people who saw me were like the LOD. And I guess one LOD saw me wearing blue jeans. And I guess he was upset because the next day I had like 3 talkings to from different GSTLs. I was like, oh, you gotta be careful. This person said this. And I was like, okay, that person's late every day. So what does that really mean? I hated it.
Was it who was the morning worker?
At the time, there was 2. I didn't like them both. It was was it Edwin and Zach?
Oh yeah, Edwin. I don't remember Zach.
Edwin one time, and I think he should be held accountable because I was very upset. Edwin one time. I have to be there at 7 to start my job so that everyone, like all of the registers, could get their starting money. I would bundle them up for them. So that means that the LOD would have to be there. He has to be there before 7, but
Yeah.
but he needed to be there to open up like the safe where I worked at. And one day he was 2 hours late. So no one had cash. And I was like, uh-oh.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
gosh.
Yeah, and then when he came, and then I had nothing to do. I mean, they wanted me to go, like, organize the front to do dollar. And I said no. And then they're like, please. And I was like, fine, I guess I'll do it. But I hid in the break room instead. And
Nice.
so finally he did come in, and he was like, Olivia, you need to hurry up. We need to start this. And I go, well, I was here when I was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like, why are you rushing me? It's your fault. We're in
Yeah.
this mess. And then I was like, oh, but aren't you supposed to be here early? And he goes, I start when I'm supposed to start. I start when I get here. And I was like, oh, okay. So then should I have come later, or are you gonna let me know next time? Like,
Sorry, should you make my schedule? Like, maybe according to you, apparently?
Yeah, when do you think you're gonna get here tomorrow? Like, huh? Because I'm a little confused. I didn't like it. It was so. I mean, that ruined him for me, just like as a person.
Yeah, no, I didn't really have any sort of interactions with the LODs, like, at all.
I think I think one time, Edwin, he was like, "Oh, howdy, Olivia," and I was like, "Howdy," because like that's kind of
Oh
weird
my
thing to
gosh.
say.
Yes,
I
I remember
started
him
that.
saying howdy to me.
Yeah. So he'd go howdy, and I go howdy, and he goes, "Oh yeah, like that guy Ryan," and I was like, "Oh yeah, howdy."
Oh my gosh.
I started howdy.
Yeah, he did. He started a weird trend, Ryan.
Hell
Where
yeah,
everyone's
buckaroos.
You know what we were doing a year ago today?
no,
Ryan,
no.
you were throating bananas.
That wasn't a year ago today.
Sorry, not a year, 3 years. 3 years
Okay,
ago.
yeah, that makes more
today.
sense.
My bad. My bad.
He was like, "How did you know?"
We were not we, sorry. Ryan, you were deep throating a banana with a flavored condom on it. I think it was a banana flavored condom.
That makes
On the banana.
sense. It's the only way I'd put a banana in my mouth.
I think about what we did in that back room, in our little connected area between Starbucks and cafe. And I think
We connected
so
back there. That's what that area represents.
we did a lot. We had our game box back there where we played games after work.
We had too much power, I think.
Oh,
Having no cameras, no like supervision.
No manager, no one to check on us.
No, not really. Yeah, we just
didn't have any power. We were just neglected. Does a kid who lives by himself have power? No, he just has no one to watch him.
That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, we were neglected. They didn't care about us until after the manager who hired me left. We had no manager, and she left in like what 20 like the same year, like 2017.
Pretty soon after I got there.
Oh yeah, so like early 2017,
She
and
just
until I quit,
she just dropped a fart on that personnel and left.
yeah, she was like, actually, nobody will be here, and we never had a manager.
They tried to do dual managers. They tried to do food av managers, but that just didn't work.
I mean, did they really? And also, were they really ever our manager? Because they would always say cafes fine by themselves. I would say like we're like those smart kids that like teachers like, oh yeah, they're fine. We gotta go help the one who needs help. But we were never smart, so I don't know what we were. We were just neglectors.
I remember Cassie tried really hard. She like even trained in cafe.
Yeah, for like a day.
I mean,
She tried harder than some of the other people did.
do you mean any?
Yeah.
I remember my
Yeah,
last day, I came in after she worked, and it was such a fucking mess. I was like, I made the right decision quitting. Holy hell.
I
oh
I
god.
I remember when everyone was getting like tired of working at cafe because I would always open, and so one night or one morning I opened and I saw that like nothing was like restocked, like nothing was done, and I went, "Oh, we're done here. Got it. I got the memo. It's time for us to leave as a collective."
I just remember when all of you guys quit, they were like, "Hey Emma, do you think you could go close cafe and then close Starbucks?" And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, so when your cover comes in at 6, go work cafe for 2 hours, then take your break, then close out cafe, then go over at 9 p.m., an hour before you close Starbucks, because you don't have any prep to do. There's not like anything. It's not like you have a pastry pull or any cleaning or, it's not like your your cover leaves at 9. No, no, none of that. No. Um, yeah, so the cover would leave at 9, and I would work for an hour and close by myself. And I did that every shift for a couple weeks. Was...
um, I mean, sorry, I guess, but I never closed. So I really had no effect there. I think I think my favorite time working there was during holidays. Like
oh, yes.
it was perfect because they would schedule like I would start at 9 and then they would schedule Ryan at 10 and then like Marco at 11 and then like everyone else was following an hour later. And I was like, there's like 5 of us here and we have nothing to do. This is also the time when we had like no pizzas, no breadsticks, we had nothing. We had nothing to sell. So we were just, they put 5 of us in the back and we're like, okay, you have to be here to tell customers no, we don't have that. And then
oh
like
my
we had
god.
just so much fun because we had nothing else to do. We just chilled in the back.
I
We
feel
had good
like this was
times.
around the same time when we didn't have an espresso machine,
Yeah.
a working espresso, or maybe not espresso, it was the steaming wand that was broken around that time. And so we couldn't make hot drinks. So we also had like hella people scheduled and no work to do. I have a picture of 6 people at Starbucks. And we were just all there. We were like, whoa, you're working? Whoa, you too? Okay.
I remember we were at Target. We were all working, and it was like Christmas Eve. And I don't know if like the lights went out at Starbucks or something, like the power went out or something because you guys had nothing, or maybe like the POS system like wasn't
Oh
working or something.
yeah.
And like
Yeah.
and you came to me and like everyone else at Starbucks or at cafe and you're like, yeah, do you guys want any drinks because we can't sell anything? And we're like, yeah, cool. And then I have a picture on my phone and it's just like 7 drinks all lined up next to like an icy that we had. Next to like a snowman that like our friend was painting.
Aww.
It was a lot of things going on.
I know. No.
So bad. They manage us so poorly.
They do. Every time something would go bad at Starbucks, they'd just be like, okay, you can do tea and coffee still, right? Like, I guess. And they'd be like, cool, then just do tea and coffee. And I'm
I
like,
think
okay.
I
Okay.
think I think one time they had me close down cafe because like the morning person at Starbucks didn't come in and they're like, "Can you work here?" And I was like, "No. I don't look, I can make pizzas. I can't serve drinks." And like, "Well, can you work the oven?" And I was like, "I mean, no." But they made me stay there and like they're like, "Yeah, if you just give out like serve the warm foods, that would be the best." And I was like, "Oh." So when someone comes in and asks for coffee because it is like, 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., you want me to say no, but I have a cookie here for you. And they're like, yeah, and I go, so you just want me to get yelled at? That's what you want. Okay. And then I got yelled at for leaving cafe closed. So I'm like, you
I
guys,
love
I love it. Yell at me some more, please.
I remember one time Christy, um, she she was trying to be like a really good team lead, right? And so a customer came in or a guest or whatever, they come in and they're like, I want a decaf latte. I told them, sorry, but the decaf part of my machine isn't working. As the espresso machine fixer said 2 hours prior when he was fixing our espresso machine, he said, don't use the decaf part right now. I was like, okay, sounds good. Like, we'll be back to fix it. He said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, sounds good. Don't use the decaf. Got it. Told Christy, I said, we don't use the decaf because the espresso machine guy said no. She said, okay, good, got it. And then, so this lady comes in, right? She's like, I want a decaf latte. I said, sorry, ma'am, we can't do that. If you want to go to the Starbucks across the street, they can probably do it for you. And this lady was like, how could you, like, yada yada yada, like, I like don't really feel like driving all the way over there, and like it's literally right across the street. Um,
Drive through
Christy,
too.
yeah, Christy over here is apparently she knows this guest, and she's like, you know what? We'll try the decaf for you.
Oh no.
I said, I don't think that's a good idea. And Christy said, no, it's okay, Emma, just try it. And I was like, okay, I'll try it, I guess, because, like, whatever, I'll just try it. We did it, right? And she's like, oh, it's working, see? Like, okay, whatever, I guess it's working. Next day, our entire espresso machine was broken. No espresso, no decaf espresso, no espresso at all. And I was like, oh, it's probably because the espresso machine guy said not to use the decaf. And she was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And I said, what? You, no, 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 no. You had an idea. Your idea was wrong, and you just can't admit to it. And that's the problem here. You had the idea. Stupid bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. They weren't great. That's when we all decided to leave.
And that's also the reason why, actually, cafe is the reason why when I started working at Gen, anytime someone tried to teach me something that was outside of my job scope, I said, no, I don't want to learn. Yeah, I don't want to learn. You can't force me to do anything if I don't learn how to do it. So I refused how to, like, one of my coworkers tried to teach me how to light a grill. I was like, no, I don't want to learn. They're like, it's so easy. You just, I said, nope, nope,
No,
nope,
no.
nope. Don't teach me. Don't teach me.
You didn't hear me. I said no.
Sorry, I have to go sit at a table because that's in my job duties, my job description, what I was hired to do. Let me go seat a table, not light a grill. Goodbye.
Fine. Like, oh, see, Emma, that's why people call you like a bully.
As I say no, no, leave me alone.
Yeah, I could feel the energy your coworker was giving you. And someone probably told your coworker and was like, "Hey, can you go teach Emma how to light a grill?" And they went, "No, please don't make this please not to Emma." But they were never taught how to say no. They didn't have the luxuries that you had, Emma.
See, I wasn't taught. I was just it was just a lesson learned from Target that the more you learn, the more
you
they
earn.
expect of you. No, because I earned the exact same amount. I just was expected. Was expected to do more. There was one shift where I worked guest services, cafe, and Starbucks all in one shift because I learned how to do all of it.
Ooh. Whenever they taught me something, I would just say, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." And you don't know how many times they taught me like how to pack the back, and then like the next time they're like, "Oh yeah, do you know how to pack?" And I go, "Oh no, I don't." They go, "Are you sure?" And I go, "Oh yeah, no, I don't." They're like, I thought I taught you." And before you were there, Emma, there was another girl who kind of looked like me. And I was like, "Oh no, that was that person." and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, let me just go get her." And I was like, "Uh-oh, so sorry." But it's fine.
Gosh. You're like, don't worry, I got the right person for you.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Part of like one of my favorite things was telling someone no, because they would ask me like, "Oh yeah, just do this," and I go, "Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, it's really busy behind cafe right now." They go, "Oh yeah," and they go, "Yeah, super busy. Don't go check. You'll see three people just standing around, but it's really busy, so I'm gonna get back to it." A lot of the times I would just leave my other coworker there and she would get caught. But she should have just said no too. Just say no and walk away.
Just say, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like if someone else if two managers comes and approach you saying, "We need help," and I say no and I walk away, I expect the other person to also walk away with me. Like also say no and like, "Let's go, let's get out of there." I said no for the both of us. No, but I turned around and she was still there, and I was like, okay, bye. I was like, I don't want to get caught.
We gotta go.
And then I guess she got caught because later she texted me. She's like, "Can you bring me my water bottle? It's so hot here." And I was like,
Aww.
They got you.
I
It's
gotcha.
okay. She wasn't a great worker, anyways.
Ryan, you've been awfully quiet.
Huh?
How you doing?
That's it for this episode. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week.